Got a Blu Ray release and horror news update for the week of September 7th. I was going to do this Wednesday, but had internet issues. It's kind of been a relatively quiet week, but there's a few things that are of interest, at least to me, that are happening. A pretty interesting teaser trailer for the upcoming psychological horror thriller Lavender has been released. Looks interesting. Garage House Pictures is a new label that's releasing The Satanist I believe in October. That looks pretty cool. Not so interesting to me anyway is the Blair Witch reboot. It's coming out September 16th. I couldn't care less about that. Indonesia, there's an Indonesian thriller called Headshot, which is the guy that was in the Raid and Raid Redemption is going to be. That looks very cool. I love the Raid movies. Almost Human, director Joe Brigos is returning to Toronto Film Festival with The Mind's Eye. That looks like an interesting film. RLJ Entertainment's going to release the film, which follows a drifter, Graham Skipper, with telekinetic abilities. So it sounds like a Scanners reboot, The Crow, here's another example of Hollywood just not having a whole lot of ideas. So what do? They just reboot good movies and try to cash in. The Crow apparently is going to get a reboot, and that starts shooting in January. The last news release is, this has been in the news, but the Friday the 13th game is coming out in October. Looks like it's going to be for Xbox One, which is what I have. I'm not much of a gamer. I mean, I'll play Call of Duty Zombies with my two sons, but I won't. But I do have an interest in that Friday the 13th game. I mean, I'll probably mess with that. Moving on to Blu Ray releases that are of interest to me anyway. Best Buy has Night of the Living Dead. Looks like a comedy ripoff of Night of the Living Dead. I saw that at Best Buy yesterday. The Urge is going to be released by Lionsgate. A weekend getaway type deal with Pierce Brosnan. Pierce Brosnan's in it. The Darkness is coming out, Region A. The Ones Below, that looks pretty interesting. The Dead Room is being released by Scream Factory. So that looks like a throwback to 1970s horror movies. Hard Target 2, which is, I guess, another attempt to cash in on the original Hard Target movie. It looks like crap. Supernatural, the complete 11th season. I haven't watched one episode of any of the seasons, but I've heard it's of interest. The Neighbor is getting released by Anchor Bay. And then I've already pre-ordered the Revenge of Frankenstein. The Hammer's getting some releases from Mill Creek. I guess they're bare bones, but still it's Blu-ray. Revenge of Frankenstein, double feature with Curse of the Mummy's Tomb. And then the Gorgon. Two Faces of Dr. Jekyll and the Gorgon. So that'll be something I'm going to be interested in. Flash Season 2 is out. It's on Netflix. I haven't watched it yet. I actually like the Daredevil series, and I'm halfway through that. I've got the Flash in my queue. I just haven't watched it. Roadhouse, Patrick Swayze, is being released. Haunted Honeymoon, which is a Gene Wilder. Kino's coming out with that with Gene Wilder. It's a comedy. That looks good. And then couple of interesting. Criterion's releasing Night Train to Munich. And then the big one is Return of Godzilla is out, I believe, on the 13th. I've already pre-ordered that. Cat People is getting a Criterion release Blu Ray in October. Or maybe this month. I think it may be out this month. And then finally, The Hollow Crown, which is a great film series that came out on the 3 episodes of the lives of kings of England, and they're doing a follow-up. This is the War of the Roses period. I love that stuff, so that's going to be of interest. Tom Hiddleston played one of the kings in the first, so I'm really looking forward to that as well. They did Richard III, Richard II, Henry V, that type of stuff. So that sounds interesting. Anyway, that's just a brief update of what I found of interest as far as releases and horror news. Thanks for watching.